In the quiet village of Gidado lived an old man named Baba Kara, a man known not for wisdom nor kindness, but for his strange and shameless habit. He delighted in seizing other people as property and claiming it as his own. If a neighbor bought a goat, Baba Kara would find an excuse to keep it. If someone planted cassava on their land, he would shift his farm boundary stone and insist the land had always been his. He even seized a widow's chicken, claiming it had flown into his yard and therefore God had given it to him. The villagers disliked him but feared his sharp tongue and endless arguments. He never raised a hand in violence, but he knew how to twist words until the rightful owner grew tired and walked away. Baba Kura's compound soon overflowed with things that were never his. Goats bleated in corners, chickens scattered across his yard, and even the mud granary where he stored yams was built on land that once belonged to his late brother. He would sit at the front of his house, chewing cola nuts, laughing proudly, and saying, "Man must be smart." The world belongs to those who can take it, but one season, his greed led him to a dangerous mistake. At the far end of the village stood an abandoned hut beside a twisted iroko tree. People avoided it, whispering that it belonged to spirits. Strange lights were said to flicker there at night, and eerie cries echoed whenever the wind blew. No one dared to live near it. One evening, Baba Kara saw a beautiful brass pot sitting by the doorway of the hut. It gleamed as though freshly polished, far too fine for such a deserted place. His eyes lit up with hunger. Who abandoned such treasure? "Surely it is now mine," he muttered. Ignoring the warnings of his neighbors, Baba Kara carried the pot home, placed it in his storeroom, and boasted loudly, "See how fortune loves me. Even spirits drop gifts at my feet." That night, as he slept, he dreamed of the brass pot. In the dream, the pot grew larger and larger until it filled his entire compound. From within it came voices, whispers, cries, laughter, all at once. He tried to cover his ears, but the voices grew louder. Then hands, long and shadowy, stretched out of the pot, reaching for his goats, his chickens, his yams. One by one, everything he had seized was swallowed into the darkness. Baba Kara woke up drenched in sweat. He ran to his storeroom. His goats were dead, his chickens scattered, his yams rotten as though they had aged years in a single night. And the brass pot, it still sat in the corner, glowing faintly. The next day, Baba Kura's house collapsed, first the granary, then his hut. By the third day, the man himself fell ill, unable to move. He called for help, but the villagers only shook their heads. "Baba Kara has eaten enough of what was not his. Let him chew what he has gathered," they said. In his final hours, Baba Kara crawled toward the brass pot, hoping to throw it away. But before his hand touched it, the pot shattered into dust. A great wind swept through his compound, carrying away the last of his possessions. When morning came, the villagers found his compound empty, no goats, no chickens, no yams. And Baba Kara, he was gone too, leaving nothing behind but dust and silence. From that day on, the elders would tell children, "Do not take what is not yours. For the hands that grab without shame may one day seize tragedy itself."